Richmond 60, so both teams have plenty up their sleeve there, but Richmond are down one player, remember. Dylan Grimes is out of the game.
Tigers lead it by 5 then, starting the final term. Friday night football at the G. Hampson and Grundy. One down by Grundy, taken by Adams. Treloar breaks away, looks inside the forward 50, tumbles an awkward one down there. Rance thumps it out, or sort of. Hooley. Errant hand pass for Solo. Cloak goes with the right boot, and he puts it through. How about that? Oh, that's a fairy tale. With the right foot, if you don't mind.
Great response to him, wasn't it?
Oh, great response. They know how important he is to this footy team. So, on his opposite foot, that's just a great goal. And Pendlebury started in the middle in this last quarter. He has to have a big influence, the captain.
Feels significant, doesn't it? Feels significant.
Oh, great handball by Fasolo, and Clokey on his opposite foot bangs one through, and look at the reaction. Look at his teammates. They know how important he is to this footy team, especially in this last quarter.
Hampson got up high, so again another league challenge. Gets a second crack, catching a lot of the ball. Pendlebury was searching. Martin, a huge third quarter. The old fend off from Dusty. Griggs' handball okay. Lambert likes the last quarter at this end of the ground. He's done it again. Kicked the first, puts them back in front. Gee, doesn't Kane like that end of the ground in the last quarter? Gee, what about Dusty, eh? The old, don't get in my way, boy.
It's truly remarkable with that.
Great start to the last quarter.
Friday night footy is when the superstars stand up. Travis Cloak at one end. Dusty Martin with the big fend off to set up the goal. Brilliant. Great start to this last quarter. Nobody's really grabbed the game yet.
Tigers by 5. Hampson knocks it down. Grigg tackled immediately. Hampson only as far as Adams. Kept his head over the top. Grundy finds himself in space. Runners ahead, gives it to Blair. Blair inside the 50 to Cloak. Now he goes with his left. And he's missed. It wasn't your straightforward lefty.
He had a bit more time, didn't he? He would have brought the house down. And it's a big house here. Rance belts it away. He hasn't quite been himself tonight, Rance, has he? I mean, hasn't done a lot wrong. Blair just hasn't given him all that run that we normally get. Blair can't get through. Cochin's getting down and dirty. Liked his game. Lloyd averages 3 goals against the Pies. Kicked one in this quarter. Martin's had a wonderful second half. Running hard. To McIntosh. And Ellis gets the mark. So Tigers lead by 4 points. Only once this millennium they've been 2-0, and only once this millennium the Pies have been 0-2. So let's see what unfolds. Ellis goes back to McIntosh. They don't gain much. They get themselves into a bit of a hole.
As a result, McIntosh under pressure straight to Adams. Adams goes looking for Treloar. The Giants connection. Treloar wheels around, takes on the man on the mark. Too nimble there for Martin. Kicks inside the forward 50, close to the boundary. Getting across, Cloak touched it just inside the field of play. Or is it out of bounds on the full? It's out of bounds on the full. So Rance will take this kick out of the back pocket. Place is really simmering now. High ball, close to the boundary. Cleared Vickery and his opponent out there. Now it's with Langdon. Lays it off to Ramsey.
Goes long to that pocket again. For solid, brilliant half volley. He's good enough from there. He's kicked 4, and the Pies are back in front. Hey, we've got a Friday night special now. What a pickup.
Oh, great pickup off your toes. He knows where the goals are. He's been very, very good tonight. But more importantly, that's a kick to a dangerous position. And that was a great pickup. Pendlebury's gone into the middle. He's been in the middle from the start of this quarter. Don't think he's touched the footy for the last quarter, but I love the fact that they've put their best player and their captain on ball.
Alex De Solo, a couple of years ago, spent a bit of time across half-back. He came out and stated, I want to be a forward. I'd prefer to play as a forward. That's because he can do things like that. That's a true forward's footy brain. Pick up the ball, only half a second to snap over the shoulder. Huge goal.
De Solo's career high is 5, 4 times 4. He's got 4 right now in a low-scoring affair. And the umpire wants it back. Drama of the MCG. Collingwood lead by 2 points. Like a couple of sumos. Hampson and Grundy. Grundy hesitated, then he tapped it down. Lambert, bit slick there for Hooley. Cochin comes back towards Ellis. That's Corey Ellis. Kicks to a contest. Williams won. Knocked it away from Martin. Grundy got a hand pass off it. Ricocheted towards Crisp. Blair's taken down. Corey Ellis got him. Now a chance for Martin. Slips a hand pass away. Cochin. Unexpected space. Goes back towards the middle. Hampson. The run comes from half-back. Storming through the middle. The kick comes in towards the forward line. And what a mark down there by Jack. Asprey put it above the head of Langdon. And Riewoldt has been able to claim it. Hold your breath.
Brilliant, Jack Riewoldt. That is a beautiful sit. Eyes on the footy. Wow, what a kick this is.
Riewoldt, normally a good kick. He's got his first goal. That could uncork the genie. They were controlled across half-back, Richmond. They came forward with method. And it was an intelligent kick. It really put the defender for Collingwood in a bind.
Great call, Dan. It really was the jumping jack, wasn't it? And a good finish. Cochin's been good tonight. We've talked a lot about him.
Oh, this is an absolute beauty of a mark. And this game, this is an absolute ripper. This is what you want on Friday night footy. Both teams now end-to-end goals.
You're spot on, Duck, because the lead has changed 5 times with the last 5 goals in this match. So collectively 10 for the whole match.
The game's open up. Both sides have used 60 interchange at 3/4 time. So anyone that says that rule hasn't had an impact, have a look at this last quarter.
It was the total opposite, wasn't it, for the first half? Goals hard to come by, a little bit stagnant. But those rotations clearly having an impact. Game opening up.
Gold, he's had a quiet one.
Well, Richmond should get an advantage at this situation here, guys. They have a spare player around the stoppages, whereas Collingwood have Nathan Brown back as a loose defender.
See if they can take advantage. Miles, Lambert, they do squeeze it out. Aish. Well, coughed it up. Short. And well done, Chris. But a really good opening term. Fantastic year last year. Long kick wide. Pendlebury and Hooley. Hooley's been outstanding. Over 30 disposals tonight, along with Cochin. 12th time he's done it. Cochin 29th. Tigers with their nose in front here.
Yeah, this interchange so important, isn't it? Congratulations to the AFL. They've changed the face of things now. Knocked down in front, taken by Lambert. High ball inside the forward 50. And just standing there. Brown took the mark on his chest. He wants to go. Not a particularly good kick, although bounces obligingly for Aish. He's got a helper outside. Sinclair, the runner, then sends it down towards the centre wing position, and Blair to the overlap of Ramsey, looking down towards half forward. Poor kick. The mark has been taken down there by McIntosh. He's had a good night.
He has. He's played a lot down back. So Rance off a step, slows it up a bit. Collingwood with numbers here. Moore. Gee, that's a good effort by Asprey. He was outflanked. And the Tigers get a little win, I reckon, there, because Collingwood were in a good spot.
Yeah, just a little touch there from David Asprey. Just got it to his teammates' advantage. Manager, could have been a Collingwood ball.
So Golden Hanson. Good give by Greg. Kick by Miles. Okay. Talked about the influence of Martin after half-time.
Sure.
It's a beautiful kick to Vickery. And Vickery's got Martin going past, but he sells him into big trouble.
Well, that was poor. Vickery, though, got the footy, gave it to Minadew. Oh, that was clever by Hurley. Griffiths, and he broadens things to Ellis, almost run down. Got the kick away, and in short, the tumbling mark is taken by Lambert. He's put it a couple. And sometimes the presence of Dustin Martin can unsettle his teammates. Vickery just should have opted out of that altogether, but Martin is such an imposing figure as he goes past, bustling and no doubt calling for the football. The temptation was there. What a beautiful kick, though, from Martin initially. Demanded something. But Vickery coming to the ball. Now Lambert takes something off the kick, and the mark is taken in front by Revolt. What a clever kick to space, and then in turn to Jack.
That is brilliant. Just a brilliant kick there from Kane Lambert. At the last second, taking a bit off it. Everybody thought that was going long. Allowed Rewalt to come at the footy. Nice strong grab by Jack, but that was a fantastic kick. Smart play.
Huge kick. Doubt he'll miss this one. 25 metres out directly in front, and they stretch their lead to out over a goal. Tigers up by 10, approaching the midway point of the final term. Terrific crowd, boisterous crowd, and since halftime they've really been served up a combative game of football.
These are the two clubs with over 70,000 members. They've turned up tonight. Cracking second half, tight first half. What a weekend for the Revolt family. And Jack, with a couple of last quarter goals, making a difference here. And Lambert, can't he play last quarter? Holding the footy, so Tigers getting the run on here. Lloyd, normally constructive. We've talked about the fact that he is a lovely kick, goes short to Floston. Richmond keeping the pressure going. Vickery in a great spot. Too much space.
Wow. I'm not sure how that could happen. Gloston got the ball and Vickery had 15 metres over the back.
Well, here's the holding the ball. A bit hard to get those out. A bit probably harsh there, but it's just quick ball movement. That's what it is, and that's what the Tigers have had. Get the ball up there quickly to the forward's advantage, and Vickery, well, he had his name written all over that.
Kicked 3 last week. He's got 1 tonight. So he's had a pretty good start to the year. 31 goals last year. And Richmond kick away. They're not home. They're going to be hard to catch now. Collingwood are going to have to really play a fantastic last 10 or 12 minutes. Game has just completely opened up, hasn't it? He's coming into his prime, Vickery, 25 years of age. Big unit.
Big kick from Ty Vickery. He loves it. The Richmond fans love it. They've got the momentum. Last 5 clearances, last 5 inside 50s for Richmond.
Biggest lead of the night. Griffiths got it down. Townsend gave it across towards his captain. Comes back in his direction. Townsend on all fours.
Hold him. Fine.
And we'll get a ball up.
Thank you.
Under that pack is Mills, or Miles rather.
Scott Pendlebury on the bench, guys, still hasn't had a touch in this last quarter. This really might be something going on with that rib. He just doesn't look comfortable around the contest tonight.
Ash in desperate trouble. Townsend descending on him. Scott Pendlebury.
You're right, Richo. He started in the middle and didn't have a touch for the first 10 minutes, so they've put him on the bench.
Third man up, Greg. Only as far as Oxley. Slips it away. De Goey. Williams confronted. Back to De Goey. Hurriedly upended by Lloyd. Kick only goes about 15 metres. And claiming the mark is Greg, and it's paid. Still inside the centre square. Margin 16 points, as I said. Biggest of the night. Greg comes out wide. The mark is taken by Hunt. I get the feeling another goal will make it very difficult for Collingwood. Asprey just lobs it down towards half forward, and the mark almost taken there by Menadue. Just thought that Ace could have done a little better there. Menadue has got it forward of the wing, short. Cochin kicks inside the forward 50. Lloyd will fly up. He goes punched away from behind by Frost. Falls in front. Martin fell over. Sinclair applies a tackle. I think Miles again in there somewhere. Townsend, Short picked themselves up as well, and we'll have a ball up.
So Vickery probably wins it. Blair, good give. Treloar off a step. Difficult ball to mark. Oh, wonderful take by Fasolo. 4 goals tonight. It's not a good sign, isn't it, when you're a couple of goals down, 2.5 goals down, and you've got to retreat. Oxley. Now, Chris may be on, but they need some good field kicking here.
Well, they've got to win this game.
Yep.
They can't worry about doing this.
Darcy Moore's one out down the line. The way he's been jumping up footy tonight, give him a chance.
He's got Grundy on Menadue as well, Lingy.
Oh,
It's a good mark by the little fella Blair.
He's got about 20 centimetres down the line, Grundy. I don't know why you wouldn't kick it to your ruckman.
You can see them at the end of that shot there, Richo. So Blair goes now a big pack, and Rance is in a good spot. So that's just poor play by Collingwood.
Well, that's the difference, though. Richo's right. Collingwood players didn't want it. They didn't demand it. They didn't lead. There was no movement. So that's not the player with the footy. That's the player up the ground saying, kick it down here, demanding the footy.
But also, because they took so long to do it, Doug, and they were just so stagnant, Richmond had all the time in the world to fix up those matchups, get the numbers right the way they wanted to. Had to go quick.
Cochin to Rance, not 15. Plenty onto the outer side. Fasolo is getting back to challenge. Knocks it away. Leads in the race. Could have been held for Solo. Running out of space. No help. Needs to get it out of bounds. Didn't dare do that. Over the ball is Hunt. Hand passes around the boundary. Adams has got it. Confronted by Blostone. Despairing lunge by Hunt. Mark is dropped further afield by Grundy, and it rolls away from him. Treloar on his knees. Gives it to Aish. Aish around the corner. Has kicked the goal. Margin is back to 10 points. Desperate stuff. And what about Fasolo's effort on the boundary?
Well, that's the reason why they got that goal, Dennis. It was his desperation. Scrapped a goal. Grundy just have to take those marks.
That's Aisha's first kick, by the way. He's had a lot of handballs. First kick.
One in, guys.
This was the dangerous one here for Richmond. He got called to play on Rance, but then he went 50 metres across the ground. It hung in the ground forever. Well done from Fasolo. He hustled over there. They kept it alive, and eventually they get a goal with Aish, but it was that long kick across the ground.
So first kick tonight for Aish. First kick as a pie. Had a lot of handballs. Grundy kicks it forward.
Free kick. McIntosh, is it? Yeah.
So against Moore. Asprey's short, so he's going to have to go again here, Rance. So Collingwood still with a very big chance in this match. Good kick. Townsend had a really good opening half. Tough nut. Martin. None better after half-time. Ellis. That said, I'm thinking Fasolo with his 12 disposals is almost the most influential player out there. Ellis kicks to half forward.
Big pack right on the 50. In front, it's pushed across the line by Short. Collingwood have to get the next goal.
Dustin Martin loves his Friday nights, Bruce. 15 Brownlow votes from his 12 Friday night games. And as you said, since half-time, he's been huge.
Grundy knocked it down. Stolen by Cochin. Rolls out the back. Adams is claimed. Corey Ellis hanging on. Ball up outside the 50.
Pendlebury back on, playing on ball. Need a lift from the skipper.
It's at the Tigers' end. Hampson, vigorous. Treloar tackled strongly, taken down. Ball fell out, and Lambert will get the freeze. Kicked a couple. One in this term. I venture to say too far out to score, but they've been dangerous deep in attack. Griffiths will fly from behind. Hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Sinclair was grabbed. In trouble, Ramsey. Ball fell at his feet. Greenwood went down. Martin grabs the football and he's missed. Margin is 11 points.
Gee, another ordinary kick in. Reid coughs it up. Greg tight in the pocket, and that's out on the full. So
It's a big let-off.
yeah, it is. If he'd been able to just sidestep and open up the angle for the left footer. So Collingwood a little nervy in this situation at the moment. Rance misses the mark. Gets it to Hurley. Hurley hooks it back to a dangerous spot. Vickery, Frost missed it. Vickery uses the body well. Revolt's going to kick a third. He does. Jack, 3 last quarter goals. See a lot of play. I mean, tonight to me, Jack Frost is just not playing well. I mean, he's played some good footy, but not tonight. And once that ball went in high, and Vickery was able to work it, and Revolt's had a massive last quarter. The cream's come to the top, guys, hasn't it?
These are just the moments where the great defenders mark those, or at least 100% get a spoil and rush it through. Jack Frost letting it bounce, and then Jack Riewoldt just swooped on it. When the game's been there to be won, it's been Jack Riewoldt who's stood up most throughout this second half, especially the last quarter.
Well, good players, great players. Whether you've played a bad quarter or a bad 3 quarters, you stand up in big moments. Jack's done that in the last quarter.
Grundy knocks it down. Martin grabs it, kicks it out wide towards right half forward. Getting back, Collingwood control the footy. Crisp across to Reid, who's made a fine comeback. Treloar, who's been very good, takes the mark on the wing. The crowd finding voice about his comments. When he signed with Collingwood over the Tigers, goes short to Grundy. They've waited a while though. This game's been in the balance for a long time. Collingwood will need to do everything right if they're going to snatch it out, including marking the footy. Crisp missed it. Little 1-2 between Cochin and Ellis. Brandon Ellis turns the defence around. Williams feeling a little uncomfortable. Runs back towards the goal square, then swings it out wide. Treloar's got it. Pendlebury is on for the next one. Sends a high ball. To go, he's got to get across and help. Well, it wasn't required. That was a terrific mark taken by the skipper. Pendlebury realises time is of the essence. Kicks it down towards half forward. Storming up the ground is Cloak. Couldn't hang on. Loose ball at the back.
To go, he's got it. Needs to be cleared off for Solo. Nearly. Going to pay it. Dennis said earlier these career high is 5. Interesting call from the umpire. He had a good grip of it. He is such a skillful player.
As Darcy Moore would be, he'll have a chat about that. He held it for a bit longer, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's kicked his 5th. He has. He's got a handful, and there's still a chance. He's played a game, hasn't he? I mean, every time he's gone on a one-on-one, you've backed him in, haven't you?
Yep, absolutely. He's had sticky fingers, hasn't he?
He's competed
Really
well too, Duck, has he?
Yep.
Really competed well.
He's won a lot of 50-50 balls. That was a 50-50 ball.
Yep. And Pendlebury, good on him. I mean, he hasn't had an influence in the last quarter, but he imposed himself there on centre wing.
Just such a good finisher. He's on song tonight, doing everything right, winning 50-50 balls and kicking goals that they need.
5 of 11. 85 plays 74. Still plenty of time. Knocked down by Gold. Carried on. May have taken the man high, Cochin. Cochin did well though. Gave it to Greg. He tumbles a kick on the bounce inside the forward 50. Reid hand passes out wide as Ramsey got the toe. Well, he didn't have the bounce, but he fought back strongly across to Oxley. Now it's with Treloar. Loops a hand pass across to Adams. Adams back to his former teammate and current teammate. Goes across the ground. Hunt did well to affect the kick. Bounces towards Griffiths. He couldn't control it. In comes Greg. Wins a hard ball. Gives it to Miles, and Miles has pinpointed the kick. Down to Vickery. moving on, and the short one demanding it down there was Lloyd. I'm not sure that was the option. Knocked away by Frost, picked up by Reid. In comes Revolt. Did he have the football? Play on's the call. In goes Martin, brushes aside an opponent, centres the ball, and Griggs taking the mark inside the 50.
Dustin Martin again, the composure under pressure, big moment of the game. Just play on.
Runs around and on the numbers. Gives it a ride, wrong side of the post.
To Basher Hooley.
He's been good tonight, Hooley. A heap of the footy. Would have loved to have kept his night off with that one.
So Collingwood got to roll the dice. They're still close enough to win. Brown's long ball. Can Cloak have an influence here? Did pretty well there. Turned his man. Blair's quick. Hooley's got to go at the other end now. Still Blair tapping forward for Solo. Why not for Solo? Boundary throw in. Forward 50 for the Pies. Plenty of time for a couple of goals. And that man's kicked 5 tonight. And he lurking in the goal square would be the big danger for Richmond at the moment. Oxley third man up. Adams got a little hand in there. Ball squeezes out McCaffer. McIntosh, where's the ball? Ball up.
The tackle, McIntosh locked it in. A draw not out of the question. Margin 12 points. 3.5 minutes to go.
Collingwood.
Galt's getting a free kick, holding the call. Hardwick not amused. Galt, man on the mark, is about 40 metres out. The young fella hasn't seen much of the football tonight. Just a couple of possessions. This is huge. Runs to the 50. Kick is on the way. Has it got the carry? It'll fall a couple of metres short. And helped on its way across the line by Hanson. Still time though for Collingwood to kick 2. But if they hold the Tigers scoreless, they could win by a point.
So Hooley, career high tonight. Close to the line. And Revolt has had such an impact in the final quarter. 3 fourth-term goals for Jack tonight. Hampson wins it down. Treloar so busy. Pendlebury, good hands. To go, his kick is a good one. Right towards the goals. Oh, big fly coming from Moore. Rance decided to come the defensive side. That's a great play by Rance. How important that will be. Gee, did well. Gets to Grigg.
Short one to Martin. Still inside the defensive 50. Martin coming up to his 30th possession right there. Gets it to Miles. But left half back. So the onus really on Collingwood now. Just over 2 minutes to go. Wonderful second half. A real contest. Off hands. Galt gets back first to Brown. Sweeping hand pass to Williams. Williams does well. Back to the middle. McCaffer. No time to waste. Gave it to Sinclair. Sinclair to Adams. He's confronted. Kicks it inside the forward 50. Holding down the ground. How will they call it? The dangerous for Solo is getting the free kick against Rance. He's kicked 5. Collingwood. Their 12th goal beckons and he puts it through. It's been a Fasolo effort of sorts. 5 points the difference.
So he's kicked 3 goals in the last quarter to go with his 3 in the first 3 quarters.
Just have a look at the top of your screen here. Alex Rance on for Solo, grabbing the arm, clear free kick. I think Rance just panicked a little bit there. Wasn't sure where the footy was because he'd taken his eyes off it.
And you know, full credit to Fasolo because he's made them nervous.
That's exactly right. That's what happens when you put yourself in dangerous positions. Defenders get nervous.
And Duck, the great thing about that is, and it's a great lesson for any forward, keep moving around. Don't stand still. By moving around, he made something.
Spot on, Richo.
So 5 points at half-time, 5 points at three-quarter time, 5 points now. For Solo, 5 goals after half-time, 6 for the match. Collingwood with a real chance. Greenwood out of the centre. For Solo again. Didn't get a crack at it, and well done. They doubled up and Vloston took the mark. But Collingwood are in their forward 50.
McIntosh in the back pocket. Wonderful judgment by Vloston. Didn't get ruffled. Eyes only for the football and judged it onto his chest. McIntosh kicks around this broadcast side. Ball close to the boundary. It's out. We'll have a throw in. What a finish. None of us saw this coming at half-time. Dull game to half-time. Brilliant game since. You can see the crowd. Just under 73,000. The big fellas lock up. Hampson knocks it down. Koch in a hurried kick. It opens things up for the Magpies. Ramsey to a left footer alongside so Williams can go for distance. Dangerous high ball. They're queuing up down there. Cloak got a hand to it. Hildy got a hand pass out. Cochin slick hands away. Ellis's hand pass. Miles a chance. Gives it to a man under the pump. Brandon Ellis bounces awkwardly for Williams. Ellis dives in and they tie it up down towards the wing. 48 seconds to go. That's at playing time. 5 points the Tigers' way. And both coaches on the edge of their respective seats, wide of the pack. Here's a chance for Greenwood, in and out of trouble. Ramsey.
To Reid, they can't make a mistake now, Collingwood. It's got to be smooth sailing from here. Williams. Grundy. Treloar arches his back, goes for goal. Pendlebury had a look. Fasolo's kick 6, he's held on to. No free kick. Lost on away. Is that deliberate? It is. One last roll of the dice. Darcy Moore. What does he do here? Does he put it to the top of the square?
Well, if he's got the legs, he can run around. Remember, he's got 10 metres, Bruce. He can run around a fair way.
Sets it up. One mark. Hasn't happened. Still a chance. Is it a goal? It is. The Pies are in front. Was it Grundy? It's Grundy. It is unbelievable. Drops a sitter earlier tonight and may have delivered the winning blow.
What a goal this is. Pack flies. Fraction of a second to put it on the boot. Brodie Grundy and his teammates come from everywhere. They know how big that is. Wow, what a game of footy.
Well, they got the two straight we talked about. It seems impossible now that they could lose. Richmond's only chance, a quick kick out of the middle and a mark. Grundy feeling it, up high. Hampson needs to kick it quickly. Inside the forward 50. Siren's gone. It's all over. Collingwood have snatched one. A remarkable comeback.